I've only been here for about 15 minutes.
Right. We had officers that drove by and saw you pulling out of here, walking out of here, and said that you were recording them as they left.
I did.
Yeah, and that's an issue. Why are we doing that?
I don't have to have a reason.
You don't have a reason.
I don't have to have one.
Okay. Do you have a driver's license? I can see.
I don't.
What is your name?
I'm not going to give that to you.
Welcome back to We the People University. My name is Abiyah Israel, former police officer, former sheriff deputy.
Open up! Police!
Today's video is brought to you by the YouTube channel, The Rowdy Podcast. If you have not subscribed to his channel, please make sure you go and do so. Today, we're taking a look at the St. Louis Park Police Department in Minnesota. And like always, we're going to see guys with guns, guys with weapons get scared of guys with cameras. In this video, you're going to see a cop walk up to a citizen, first illegally detains him, and then tries to illegally identify him. Although the cop knows the citizen is well within his rights, he's still detained. Another great example of cops not knowing the law. But in this video, we're going to see this cop that doesn't know the law gets owned twice. Let's jump right in. We'll dive more in later.
Hello.
What's going on?
Not much, just walking around.
Videotaping the police department's not a good idea.
Why? You guys are friendly people.
We are, but why are we doing this?
Why wouldn't we?
Because it's a security issue for us.
Is it?
It is.
I don't think so.
It is.
It's public property.
It is public property, but when you start recording our perimeter and our gates and what our activities are, it's a concern to us.
Even though the cop acknowledged that this was public property, he still had a problem with the citizen recording. I can't understand why cameras are so dangerous to every police officer that works in the field. But there are several case law that prove that the citizen can record the police officer in public. So therefore, a police officer should not be afraid of a man with a camera. If anything, the camera is going to help protect everyone involved. Glick versus Knuffy is a case in which the United States Courts of Appeals for the First Circuit held that a private citizen has the right to record video and audio of police carrying out their duties in a public place. In a unanimous decision, the United States Courts of Appeals of the First Circuit held that the officers violated Glick's constitutional rights and that the officers were not entitled to qualified immunity. The court ruled that the right to film the police carrying out their duties in a public place was clearly established and that Glick's actions did not violate state law. However, the court also noted that the right to film public officials was subject to reasonable limitations with respect to the time, place, and the manner in which the recording was conducted. So if you're familiar with Glick versus Knuffy, you will know this is a Boston citizen who decided to record the police, but when the police discovered he was recording, although he was 10 feet away, they placed him under arrest. The court say this is not so. You as a citizen in a public place can record the police. I have no clue what this cop is talking about.
I've only been here for about 15 minutes.
Right. We had officers that drove by and saw you pulling out of here, walking out of here, and said that you were recording them as they left.
I did.
Yeah, and that's an issue. Why are we doing that?
I don't have to have a reason.
You don't have a reason.
I don't have to have one.
Okay. Do you have a driver's license? I can see.
I don't.
What is your name?
I'm not going to give that to you.
You're not going to give it to me.
No. Why would I give it to you? I haven't done anything wrong.
Well, you're recording our property, you're recording our building,
Sure.
and it's a security issue for us.
Am I being detained?
You are.
Okay.
Until I can get you identified.
And what's your reasonable,
Because I want to make sure that you're
articulable
not doing
suspicion?
something that's a problem for our law enforcement community.
So in order to detain somebody, you have to have a law that you're investigating, correct? So what law do you suspect me of breaking?
Are you looking to create a problem here for us? Or
No,
what are you
not at
trying
all.
to
I'm
do?
being polite and cordial.
I'm being polite and cordial too, so I'm asking for
being a
your
little
name and date of
difficult.
birth so we can identify you
I don't need to.
and be on our way.
Why would I need to identify myself?
Because I'm asking you to identify yourself.
What's your name and badge number?
My name is Todd Hines. My badge number is 200.
Okay. Your name and badge
We're
number?
recording you just like you're recording
Good.
us.
Yeah, like 216.
Okay, good.
So,
Okay. Well, I mean, I'd like to be on my way to go. I mean, you have to have
so are you
reasonable...
refusing to identify yourself?
Well, there's no need to.
3916. Can we get
Are you a
Sergeant Gary?
supervisor?
I'm not.
Okay. You just called for a supervisor?
I did.
Very good. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, you bet.
I don't have any ill will. I'm not here to hurt anybody. I'm
What's
not
the problem
armed.
with identifying yourself?
I don't need to.
You don't need to.
No, it's my right to not.
Oh, so you're looking to create problems is what you're doing.
No, you're just accusing me of that.
Absolutely, because you're refusing to identify yourself.
That's not against the law.
It's obstructing legal process if we have a reason to ask you.
What's your reason? I've
To
asked you that.
identify you. I just told you.
No,
you're-
but I asked you...
You're recording our property.
I have to identify myself. Correct. And I have to identify myself
yourself.
if you have
And you're
a
refusing.
reasonable,
I do.
articulable suspicion. And what is that?
You're looking to create problems, is what you're doing.
Is that what I'm doing? By just
that's
filming
my
and
opinion.
exercising my First Amendment rights?
That is my opinion, yes.
Okay.
This cop just stated that his reasonable articulable suspicion was that the citizen was looking to create problems. Let's get one thing clear. I'm seeing this so much now. Cops are stating reasonable articulable suspicion is them simply having a suspicion, but that's not so. Remember, reasonable articulable suspicion must be suspicion of a crime that you are about to commit, have committing, or are in the process of committing. Don't let them fool you.
Well, the good thing is the law doesn't go off your opinion.
But it does when you're obstructing our requests.
You can't, you can request, right? But it's not a lawful order.
It is a lawful order at this point.
If
And as soon as my sergeant gets up
Sure.
here, he's going to tell you the same thing.
okay.
Okay? But you're not free to leave. You are correct.
I'm not going anywhere. No, I'm not gonna, I'm not like that.
All right? Nope, that's fine. So what's the problem with identifying yourself?
I just
You
don't,
don't have to.
I just don't need to.
You don't need to.
Yeah, I haven't broken any laws, and you just said you...
Nope, nobody said you broke any laws. I just said that your activity is suspicious to us.
Okay,
It's a
and is that a
concern for
misdemeanor or a felony?
Listen, it's a concern for our safety and our welfare.
And I'm not here to do any ill will. I've told you that.
We don't know that.
I've told you that.
You could be, who knows? I
Well,
don't
sure,
know.
but I mean, anyone going by here. Do you think I would be out in the
they're
open,
not all
just
recording
in the
our
middle of
activities.
daylight?
They're not recording our activities.
It's the
like
middle of
you
the
are.
daylight. I'm not hiding anything. I've literally hid nothing.
Believe me, people commit crimes in the middle of the daylight too.
Fair enough. Well, like I said, you're not
Sergeant, be
accusing me
ready.
of anything, which I get, and I appreciate you saying that. But that even more so just says that I don't have to identify myself. It's my First Amendment to film public officials doing what they do.
We'll see what the sergeant
Sure.
has to say here when he gets here.
Yeah, but I won't video you. No, you're good. Why do you get the sweet car?
This gentleman's got a First Amendment right, he says, to videotape our activities around the police department and is refusing to identify himself so that we know who we're dealing with.
Okay, you don't want to identify yourself? Who you
Well,
are?
I don't need to. He said he doesn't suspect me of a crime or anything, and
Okay, I'm just asking.
No, but no, sir, I
I'm just
don't.
asking. Okay, we're good. Let's go.
All right,
Okay.
have a nice day.
My name's John, by the way.
All right, John.
Thanks. Take care, guys.
Cooperation, American.
What's that?
Thanks for the cooperation.
Sergeant, what was your name and badge number?
Sergeant Data badge number 239.
Thank you, sir. You have a good day.
And there you have it. First owned by the citizen with the camera, then owned by the sergeant with the badge. That's how you stand up for your rights. Make sure you know your rights and make sure your rights are not violated. To help you learn your rights, I want you to download my free ebook. The link can be found below in the description section, or you can click the link above my head. And if you're really serious about learning your rights, make sure you register for my online video course properly titled Surviving the Police. It's going to teach you in detail what you can and can't do and what the cops can and can't do so that your rights are never violated and you're prepared every time you encounter a police officer. Make sure you know your rights and don't get caught not knowing your rights. With that being said, we the People University signing off.